Welcome, friends, to Sano's Buffet. We're running a Sunday special, all only flag subscription, $1.99, Sunday only. Come get all you can eat. Don't miss Sunday. Come get all you can eat.
All you can eat. Facebook posts. They're gonna blow us out. I hear you. I hear you.
I'm different, yeah.
No, I know, but
yeah.
Mac uses tacky bar in his hands. Bare hands. Swear to God.
The rest is history.
Making miracles happen.
No, I know, but
yeah. Mac uses tacky bar in his hands. Bare hands. Swear to God.
the rest is history.
Making miracles happen.
No, I know. Oh. How we doing? Got back from the all-you-can-eat buffet.
All you can eat. Right? I guess some got canceled, so they had leftovers. All you can eat buffet got canceled. Can you believe that? Oh my god.
Is this thing on?
Oh, I can't fucking make this up.
Hello. Welcome in. Episode number 24 total. Can you believe that?
No, I can't actually. That I can't actually.
Can you believe that?
Can I believe we won? Yes.
This football is literally perfectly prepped. Shout out to none other than Tacky Bar. You know what I mean?
Go get yourself a tacky bar.
Official non-sponsor of the show. But you know
What
what I mean?
episode is this? 24?
24. And it was a good week.
It was a great week. Business is booming.
How was your weekend?
It was just a laid back weekend, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nothing really crazy happened.
Yeah.
Just handled just took care of business, worked all weekend, you know.
Working on the weekend like usual.
Yep. All right. What do we got going on today?
We're episode 24 live right now. The flag football tonight, and gotta say things are fucking cruising in this league. You know what I mean? There's not many games left, and that kind of makes me a little sad, to be honest.
It feels like these every year we're like prepping, waiting for the draft, waiting for the season to start, and then it's a play-in tournament. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, which play-in tournament Memorial Day weekend. They'll be intense. They'll be pretty cool. We might be away that weekend. You know.
I think we got something to do that weekend.
Something brewing. You know.
Shout out to every team that's made the play. Has secured a playoff spot.
Yeah.
I think that's
big.
I think that's just us and Risley Bears, actually.
Okay, well,
So shout out
to the Risley.
Shout out to us and shout out to Risley Bears. No, all jokes aside, it was a great weekend. Had a great game against Only Flags, and there was a couple good games. Shout out to our commissioner for making things happen this weekend. I know the past couple weeks we got fucked with the weather.
Spring session has not been nice to us.
But we got by it, and you know what? What else can you ask for? That we're past it. I think on Sunday it's going to be 70 and sunny. Fingers crossed so far. But
yeah,
spring. Hopefully, spring is finally fucking here, dude.
Yeah, that would be nice if we finally start getting some warm days, play some football in some nice weather. That would be exciting, you know. That being said, too, now that it is a nice day, we'll be posted up at the field all day this week. We'll have hoodies, t-shirts, and hats that we're going to be selling. So if anybody wants one of those, you can definitely hit me up. and we'll make that happen. Other than that, another week of football.
Another week of football. So what do we want to start it off with? Do we want to get into? I think we're gonna do. Obviously, we'll do our last week recap, player of the week, and next week's game. I think we're gonna do power rankings this week. It's been a little while since we did those, right?
Yep. So we'll throw some power rankings in.
Yeah. Riley Cody said, "Shout out to me for making this happen." Honestly, I gotta say it was probably just me and Riley in that chat that really. And Carter, I think there was a couple people who wanted to play. There was a lot of people who didn't want to play because they thought it was going to rain. I didn't think the rain was that bad.
No, the rain actually wasn't bad. The one thing that I thought was going to be possibly a shit show is like the whole switching fields and stuff. But the shout out to the guys at that whatever field that was. That field was honestly really nice.
Yeah.
And then B, the guys that were playing soccer were really cool. We actually cut into their time and they let us finish up that game. So that was pretty cool of them. And then the day went good. I mean, it was a little delayed, but it's all good. What are you going to ask for? Everybody wanted to play some football. We got all day to do that. So games were a little delayed. That's honestly
not that
no
bad,
big
though,
deal.
considering switching a field. They were like 30 minutes behind.
No,
like
it wasn't a big deal at all. And then even the second field where it wasn't turf, it wasn't bad at all. Because that's the one where we played our game on, and it like could have been a lot worse. Like the first rain week was much worse than this
And
one.
I think that was what the concern was, is that they
The
were
field
saying
condition?
that it was going to be worse than the week before. But to be honest, it was, to be real, it wasn't bad. Well, for me, I mean, I wasn't there all day. You were there all day.
It didn't get bad at any point. I mean, it really wasn't. So, I mean, I'm glad that we did end up playing that week because if it rained the way it did and we didn't play, there would have been some rumblings in the league this week.
Yeah,
You know?
and it was big. You know why it was big too? Was a lot of teams, for bye weeks, like a lot of team seasons would have been canceled. Like Boom Boom.
Yeah, that's the main
They
thing,
would have been
right?
automatically, I think, in the plan, and they had an upset over the Guardians, and
They would have automatically been in or out.
no, they would have automatically been in the plan, so out of the playoffs.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So I worded that kind of wrong, but actually, yeah, I think last session you needed a minimum of 5 wins.
Yeah.
And you were even on the cusp, I think, like
Yeah.
we talked about before, and then 6 you were definitely in, but obviously it's different every year, but.
And I'm glad we did play because that was a big game for Boom Boom, and I mean, honestly, they won that game too. So I mean, it ended up could be a huge factor in the way that the season plays out.
Absolutely. Okay, so is Deuce in here, or do you want to get into?
I think Deuce. If you're listening, oh well, kind of gave that away, but we can get him in. Everybody knows the drill. We can get him in whenever.
Yeah.
Deuce won the player of the week, so whenever Deuce is ready to go, Deuce, you can just. I think you've joined before on a live show. You just pop in the Discord, go under the live guest, interview guests here. Whenever I see you pop in there, Deuce, we can run that segment. So whenever you're ready, just pop right in that channel in the Discord chat. If you have any questions, shoot me a quick message. Until then, what do you want to do first? Should we do power rankings or do you want to go over
Let's recap last week. Let's recap last week and kind of.
Got it right.
And do we have? Oh, we do have our thing already right at the top.
Oh, I'm ready.
Great job, Patty. Great job, Patty. Who won? You smoked me last week. So we're 1-1 on the point. I don't know what our total points is, and we also
we can add that up for the next show.
Yeah,
and we had Jay's picks.
And we had Jay's picks as well. So
he joined us. This is what we want, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Last day of April.
We're officially on May. It is depressing that we have not had a really nice. We had that 1 week.
It was like okay,
where it was like you could take your hoodie off, but you're still like, all right, I gotta.
That was like a New England good day in like February.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's been cold, rain, and windy, but hopefully moving on, good weather. But start us off, Patty. What do we have?
As we call them, the trap games, 8 a.m. It looks like okay.
You started that too, and it's so true.
It's
calling those
they're trap games, and everybody that plays in them knows it.
And there was an upset in one of these games. There absolutely
was. First game, Howe took care of business. I was on the other field covering Boom Boom. So I got to see some of this, bits and pieces of it, and I mean, it sounded like a lot of Howe. You know, I wasn't able to watch this full game, but
I don't think this surprised anybody. Quick pause. Going back to what we talked about, Jacob Lapointe said in the chat, went 5-4 last year and got stuck in the play-in by 2 points on point differential. I remember that.
What happened, Jacob, in that tournament?
And they lost to Blue Storm.
Yeah.
Yep. So 5-4 doesn't even get you in. Now this year the format is different. Now it's the top, I think 5 teams from each division make the playoffs, but there's also play-in winner. I'm not even gonna get into it. Right. We'll worry about that as we get closer towards.
Right. We got some more football.
But you probably need 5 or 6 wins to get in. Okay, so you had Houday winning by 24.
Wow.
Jade had them by 24. I had them by 23.
Oh man, I thought I was right on.
Well, but it's still with the points. We still get
nothing, right?
No. So you get 5 for a perfect score. You get 3 within 5.
Okay.
You get 2. I'm sorry. You get 3 within 5. You get 2 within 10, and you get 1 for picking the winner.
Right team.
So we all got 3 points. We were all within 5 points there. They won by 20, 33-13. Not much else to say. Demon time, man. I just feel like we're
Riley says how don't even attempt to explain.
Yeah,
it.
we were in the captain's
We do that
chat.
every week, but we get.
No,
it at
I
the
was brain neutral in the captain's chat trying to figure it out. I did try to educate myself, but I blew it. Okay, so we're gonna go 3. I was within 3. You were within 4, and Jay was within 4.
Yep. All right, perfect. Making sure Deuce wasn't in there. All right, next game. The second trap game on field number 2. We had Boom Boom versus Guardians, which I saw a lot of this game. And although Boom Boom won 35-27, I'm going to give you a little insight of this game. They came out on fire. Boom Boom came out and they looked like a serious contender in this league.
Really?
Dane was on fire. Dane was throwing it all over Guardians in the first half. And then Boom Boom scored 0 points in the second half.
And they scored 0
0
in
points.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
And still won.
Yes.
Wow.
So Guardians started to find they were getting in rhythm, and I mean, clock was just kind of their enemy. If there was a couple more minutes, I'm curious to see which way that game would have went.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, regardless of that second half, huge win for Boom Boom.
Huge win, and that's right. You know, next week you're not going to remember how they won this game. It's just going to be a W in that in the win column, and you know, hats off. That's an upset there. Guardians can't be happy letting that one get away because I think that's going to be somewhat important. You know, down the run for the standings. So.
They were adamant about playing this week because they knew they needed this win. Thank you, Andrew. I'm glad to see I'm glad to get some props from him, Mr. Gora. But and congrats to your son for winning QB of the week last week or Player of the Week last week. But going back to that Guardians game, Guardians really wanted to play this game because they're in the hunt for a bye.
Right.
And only Flags playing BBL this week. It was like, okay, they're gonna get closer to one of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
With a win.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately they lost. So now it's going to be a tough road for them because Guardians do play only Flags, but I think that's going to end up really being a game for the bye, right?
Yeah.
If one of those teams will have 2 losses. I mean, granted, if they both teams
Guardians already have 2 losses, right?
Right, but if they could beat only Flags will have 2 losses.
And then
they'll have the head-to-head.
Yeah.
Right. So they could still get a bye. Granted, they would have to win all the rest of their other games. 3 games left.
Yeah.
I don't know when they're playing, but that should be a good ass game.
Yep. And now, for Boom Boom too, this could be the turning point for their season. They needed to get one to get it rolling in the right direction. And what other way to do it than beat one of the top teams? I mean, they all seemed to be playing really well together that game. So let's see if this team can continue to build on that next week or this weekend, I should say.
Did I ever tell you how much I'm so I love Boom Boom and I would I would never give up on that team.
You would never sell the stock?
No, even remember what I said last week? I said they're fucking dead. I just can't get it right with them. One week I'll buy all their stock, they'll lose. Next week I'm like, I'm done with them, they win, and then the next week I'm gonna say I'm buying in, and then they're gonna lose. So
right.
I don't fucking know.
Right.
I don't know anymore. You know what I mean?
Big win for them.
What
did we guess? Did we do the points for this?
No, we got zeros all around. We all picked Guardians.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, shout out.
Not even one of us picked Boom Boom to win.
Yikes.
Thank you, Danny. Shout out Porter for purchasing this hat. This thing is insane.
Yeah, Porter has donated that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be our turnover hat. We just keep forgetting to bring it to the
We
game.
just haven't brought it for a single game.
Next game, we're going to bring it. Next game, we're going to bring it.
Next game it'll be there. It's going to be beautiful day to wear the turnover
Yes, it
hat.
will. Yes.
Sun's going to be out, you know.
Yeah.
It'll protect the old cat, you know.
All right, so 0 points there. Next game was, this game was closer than expected.
Yeah,
DK versus
Now, did you
Grizzly
watch the
Bears.
live or anything? I'm sure you know how
I've
this game went.
seen all I heard how it went, and I just seen the last couple plays of the game. What about you?
So from my understanding is Risley came out 12-0. I believe they were up 12-0. And then DK came back. And then they gained the lead. And then from there, Risley, I'm pretty sure, was like playing behind. Okay. Then from there, you know, as I was saying, Risley was playing catch up, and then they threw, you know, they had to get the onside kick. They gave it the onside throw, I should say. They threw it to Baldwin, who took it for a touchdown. Nobody pulled his flag.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
But that's what he does.
That's what Baldwin does.
You know what I mean?
That really is what he does. He shows up when you need him to. He's
one
a
play
playmaker
away
crunch
from
time.
having that first loss by a team. I didn't.
That would have been a huge. Oh, Vegas would have been fucking losing it.
Yeah.
They would have been losing it. They would have, some weird shit would have happened. You know.
Yeah, it ended up being a closer game than expected. But Grizzly Bears, I feel like every week is a close game for them. But every week, obviously, they get it done.
Yeah, I know, and they've beaten, and it's not even.
I know every week.
Yeah, and they've beat some top tier
Really good teams.
Like they've beaten great teams, so
Right.
they're very battle tested. They can win those close games, and you know that's the best part of this league is just because you're undefeated doesn't mean you're just going to walk through the season. It's still a draft league. We still get out there in the rain, and you never know what can happen. So that's why you got to play these games.
Absolutely. Do we want to take a quick pause?
Yeah, quick pause. Let's just remember what game we're on this one next right here.
Yep.
All right, cool. So we're going to stop this show here and run a quick little segment. We got the players of the week joining in on the show. So let's do it. Let's pull. I don't see him there.
He said in the chat that he was locked out.
Huh?
That's what Ricky said in the comments, that Deuce was locked out.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. He said that in the YouTube comments. Let's just see here.
Deuce, you just got to go on the interview guest tab. I saw you in there and then it said you left. You just got to pop in there and I can pull you up. Drew, that's right. And Drew's seen that for years. He watched Baldwin ball out in basketball, and he's watched him play football too. So, but here we go. All right, Deuce. We got Deuce in here now. Deuce, can you hear us? Deuce?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. What's up, Deuce?
There he is, player of the week.
Good.
How you doing, bro? So yeah, congrats. We'll pull up the stats here in a minute. I don't see them right in front of me, but you absolutely balled out on both sides of the field. Got the player of the week and a big win. You know, you guys had the 8 a.m. games, which can be tough. So you guys were able to take care of business.
Yeah, that should start a little slow.
Yeah.
But ultimately we got that dub. That's all that matters.
Pull the stats. Oh, there we go. So yeah, Deuce had 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, 11 tackles, which is really impressive, 2 interceptions, which were both, looks like, defensive touchdowns, and a pass deflection.
Deuce, why do they keep throwing you aside?
Have
we figured that out yet?
Honestly, bro, it wasn't even like that. Like, one was like on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And he tried to throw it in the middle. I just ended up grabbing one hand. The second one, fucking George Horn fucking tipped that bitch and it about right to me. I'm out of there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything like crazy, you know, just having to be in that spot.
Absolutely.
Realistically.
So, Deuce, who do you think you guys are in place right now to make a real serious playoff push? And who do you think your biggest competition in that division, or just let's just say the whole league is right now?
I mean, shit, we faced Risley. We're pretty good. I mean, I'm not up to the hype like that, but
Hmm.
I give them their respect. Um, we haven't played. I don't think we play OnlyFans, right? We don't play them.
No,
No,
We don't play you guys either.
no.
no.
So I mean, those are the. I mean, honestly, to me, those are the top two. They're still undefeated. And then, Greek Gods. They're still undefeated. So
They
I
got
mean,
one
those are
more.
my top three right there. Other
Yeah.
than that, I don't see too much to be worried about.
Hmm.
Uh, Matchup wise, at least.
Yep.
Yeah, those three. Guardians don't look too bad, but they took a crazy L to Boom Boom.
Yeah,
Um,
you're not sold on that loss.
yeah, I don't know. We have them this weekend,
Yeah,
so we'll see what happens. But
absolutely.
yeah, we're just gonna keep on grinding them out.
Okay.
You know.
Pat, you got any other questions? I got one more question for him.
No,
If
go
you
ahead.
don't-
I'm
Okay.
out of questions.
Deuce, so you've obviously played in like every like world tournament. You played in a bunch of different formats. Is
Mhm.
this tougher playing with? Because I'm sure you're playing with some guys that haven't played as serious flag football as you have. As is
Yeah.
it a lot different playing with in a format where it's like you got some people who maybe just starting playing flag versus people who have played in like for world champions and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I learned that last year. Coming into this league. I mean, just the format in general is a little more difficult because 6-on-6, and then the quarterback starts with the ball already in hand. The rush isn't like right away like we're used to in 5-man.
Right. Right.
Even in 9-man, you have a line, but still those guys are right away coming through. But I mean that changes a lot. So you're pretty much sitting around on defense, and then you know that you got a halfway decent quarterback with some good receivers, and they can tear you up.
Right.
You got a good quarterback, then you're shit out of luck if you don't have you know DBs. But
Right.
yeah. So last
And
year was
some
kind of
some people
difficult
might not
because I
even
don't
know
think
what
we had.
defenses are.
Yeah, last year it was a little bit difficult. Our defense uh wasn't all there. We didn't have as I wanted to say, we didn't have the two-way players. So in this draft, we try to change that a little bit more. So that's probably the best thing, man. You have to have two-way players in this shit. If you
Mhm.
don't, that's it. You can't just have all offensive players across the board or all defensive players. You gotta have two-way players.
Yep.
Um, but honestly, yeah, just being a draft league, playing with people you don't know, or just new players in general, like communication and camaraderie is yeah, it's a little bit more difficult than just hopping on the field with people I've been playing with forever.
Right. And I think that's kind of what separates you two, Deuce, is you're a great leader on the field. You're able to really get the best out of all kinds of different tiers of players. So I think that's really helped out your team along the way as your leadership, especially on the, I'm really seeing it on the defensive side. Everybody kind of
Yeah.
thinks of you as obviously a great playmaker, offensive play, and obviously you're really good at defense too. But the way you're leading that defense this year is it's definitely really impressive and going to be a reason you guys are going to be one of the teams
No,
to
I
beat.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
we
it's
were
like I
Jones
said,
at
it's tough,
7
man.
defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might have the most takeaways in the league. Honestly, I think we had a defensive touchdown every game.
Which is insane
That
when
is
you think
insane.
about
Every
it.
game.
Yeah. Yep.
And how many?
Yeah.
And Deuce, I'm sure you got at least half of those.
Nah, I just this game I had two.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, I
Ricky
seen George Horn had a pick six last week. I
George
see.
had a pick. Yeah, George had a pick
Yeah.
six. Ricky got a pick six. I think G might have a fumble return. I know Marcos got one.
So
The game I
everybody's getting
wasn't
involved.
there. Yeah.
Beaten.
So yeah, we've had a defense touchdown every game. So
Absolutely.
it's,
Nice.
we just got to get our offense rolling a bit more. We've had fucking rotating quarterbacks just about every week. So
That's tough. Yeah.
we got
That's
to get
tough.
that.
Do you think that hurts you? Do you think at some point you got to just decide who's the guy, or
I think it's more injury
I
related.
mean, yeah, it's an injury right now. That's what it is.
right?
Um, Yeah, but I mean, yeah, come playoffs, yeah, I think that definitely takes a toll because you gotta have that person who's gonna be, obviously calling that offense, calling the plays they like,
Yeah.
and running them over and over. So you want to already have that set and in place.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
Awesome.
All right, Deuce. Well, thank you very much.
all right,
We
y'all.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Deuce.
All right, thank you.
Later, bro.
Peace.
Player of the week, Deuce. I think he's won that a couple times already, right? I know he had at least one last year.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
Did he have one earlier this season?
I don't think he has. No, not this season. Not this
He's
season.
he's like, I think he's at that, maybe there's only 2 or 3 people on that type of like level that he's on. I think it's maybe him and Duvall. You could make a case for Cheeks, but like a player where you see a stat line like this and it's like, I've said this before,
11 tackles, man.
but like
2
you're not even really
interceptions,
surprised.
Defensive touchdowns.
That's just what he does.
Rushing touchdown, two regular touchdowns. And then also QB of the week. We got to give a shout out to Mr. Mikey Howe leading the way. I mean, buddy, that was impressive. We played an undefeated team. What I think is like the best quarterback around in formats of flag football as far as winning and stuff like that. Jay, it's always a battle when you're playing Jay, and to put up a performance like this in the rain is against a top defense like that is impressive, buddy. 79% completions, 5 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 3 extra points. Getting it done with the arm and on your feet. And leading the way, 6-0.
Shout out to my teammates.
Let's go.
All right, so we'll go back into thank you, Deuce, for showing up and having a great week, and we'll get back into the matchups. Okay, so we just finished with.
Did we do the points for that one? I don't think we did the points.
Okay, let's go back into the points. So we got 0 points for Guardians game, and then points for Dream Killers Risley. So
Sorry about that.
you and Jay you guys both get a point because you said Risley by 18. So and they won by 7, was it? Just gonna go back in here.
Yep.
Okay. So they won by 6. So you said by 18, so you're only getting a point for that one. Jay said by 22. And I had a little feeling. I had a little birdie telling me 11. So not only was I within 10, I was within 5. So that's huge. That'll get me 3 points. I had Risley by 11, then won by 6. So going into this next game, Nor'easters, man, when they have all their guys, they're right there.
Well, they kind of had this game. Nuji was running in for a touchdown, and he fucking jumped into the end zone for what I heard going to be the game winner. He jumped into the end zone thinking that was legal.
When you play in a lot of leagues, it's like tough to, and you haven't played in this league in a long time.
And I did hear him post or comment on something too. He was saying like, obviously the way this league's set up, the rules, the physicality, being able to press and all that good stuff. He automatically assumes that you're able to jump in a league like this, and you're not allowed to.
I'm an advocate I've been trying to get jumping in this league for a long time.
What has that been like has that been a thing before, like in the captain's chat? That had to have been
immediately
debated,
get
right?
shut down.
How come? Like
No
injury related, or?
I mean, if we're worried about injuries, there's a lot of things you could take out of here.
Sure, we're jumping on live fumbles.
There's live fumbles, there's fucking full contact, pushing on the sidelines.
We probably should be able to. There's probably a reason. I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah. Shout out to High Noon and Drake Attire.
How could we almost forget? Yeah. Let's take a quick pause.
And Tacky Bar.
Shout out to Drake Attire, official non-sponsor of the show. And if you're here locally in the Drake, Massachusetts area, why don't you bring it on down for a free tire rotation for just $45.
That's it.
Yep.
They went up in price a little.
They went up $5 due to inflation.
It's affecting everyone.
Yeah, especially down at Drake Attire. Local business, let's keep them alive. Head on in for the free oil change, free tire rotation for just $45
every time, half the time. Shout out to you as well, Lazu. Always a pleasure. Still a different. He's saying I hooked him.
What did you do?
He's saying on the last play of the game he was coming across and I might have grabbed his shirt. I don't remember doing it.
Hey,
I don't think that ever.
We don't play clean.
You know what I did to him? Another shout out. This is what happened when he went by and Oh, once the claw got you.
Got your flag.
You walked by and I was like, oh,
Got your
last
flag.
play of the game. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
That's
on,
legit Rua pulling flags right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna run by
Oh,
me?
you're gonna run by me, right?
Only
For an
taking
open
that?
game-winning touchdown? No, you're not. Shout out to Rocker, by the way. I don't know where he got this
From his kid's sandbox. He said that they were playing with it, and he said
No,
that he's got
He's
a,
like, I gotta take this
Yeah.
home for you guys.
yeah. The kid's got enough toys. I need that one.
That's awesome. Thank you, Rocker. Yeah, great game. No oil change anymore.
No, they do both.
They do.
But they're just both $45.
$45 free.
Yeah, and
After
it
you
depends
give them the
what day too.
Right.
Because
Right,
sometimes
if they're
depending
busy,
on
you
who's
won't have-
working, like I think some guys might shave a couple $5
And they only take cash, which is strange.
Yeah, and they can't.
I like it, but it's like no receipt, nothing. It's
Yeah.
always cash.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Nor'easters lost to Punishers. Punishers are on a hot streak.
Yes.
I think they are on is it a 3-game winning streak?
And the culture is just right over there as well.
Yeah.
They're having fun while they're winning right
They're
now.
starting to buy in.
They're on a fucking heater right now.
Yeah, they're starting to buy in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So you had them you had Punishers by 13. Jay had Punishers by 22. And I had Punishers by 3.
Wow, that's
I missed the
impressive.
perfect score by
Damn,
1 point.
You're pissed off after last week. Huh?
I just, these games are starting to get a little bit closer than, down the season.
You're starting to kind of see.
I'm starting to see
Yeah.
what's going on. Okay,
Yeah.
so they won by 4. So we're going to give
Yeah.
you 2 points. You said 13.
Okay.
You're within 10. Jay only gets 1 point.
That's
'cause he
called
picked.
chipping and chopping. I'll take 2
Yeah.
points there. That's like a first down play, like couple yards, feels good going to second down. Like
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
But the King got 3.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Nice
So,
play.
Nor'easters, get ready for the play-in tournament. But I say that respectfully because their captain has something that nobody else had. You know what that is?
He's never missed the playoffs. Is that it or no?
Yes, and there's something else. He is the only captain to ever win a play-in tournament. He's been
wow.
there before. He was there, and you were
Yeah.
there last year.
Yeah.
too. You played in that tournament. What else out? Can we really?
Oh, it's the greatest tournament in sports.
in sports history.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
is that like? What is it? Just a shortened?
It's
I know it's shortened. But
no, all jokes aside, it's definitely a grind because you're playing multiple games in one day and it's a physical league. But it was really nice to have Andrew Duvall on your
Yeah.
team that time. But
is it different? It kind of reminds me of the old Tingsboro days. Like you have to really plan the way you're only getting a couple possessions.
yeah, it's a shortened clock, right?
Yeah, I think like 12.
Yeah,
minutes.
so I think clock management plays a huge factor into it. Tyler Amigo did a good job with that last session for us, and I think that's a key reason to why we were able to win the play-in tournament and sneak into the playoffs. Is
Shout out to him too. Arguably most
Oh.
improved player this year.
yeah, he's balling.
Yeah, and you said that from the start.
Yeah.
You were so. I know you play with him, and
Yeah.
you knew that from the start. You're like,
Yeah.
this kid's.
And I know he's competitive too, so I know that he's not satisfied. Every week he's going to bring the same attitude that's been getting him to where he's at right now and having
Right.
great weeks in the NAFL. So
Okay. Next we have Greek Gods. Speaking of Greek Gods, and Tyler Amigo faced off against TD Mafia. Some reason do we not have scores for this game? Could someone in the chat? Crazy how they're both on the same team. If someone's in the chat, can you? Because for some reason on the website this game is not updated. So if you can get us the
Which game?
Greek Gods TD Mafia score, I know you're in here,
Jacob didn't do the stats, huh?
and he must have thrown a couple picks. That's the only reason, or lost. Something must have happened, Jacob. The stats aren't in here.
Something's real weird. There's
Something's fishy
just
about this.
about this is
Hustlers
another-
Bad Boys. So please, if you're in this chat watching, can you give us a score for Hustlers Bad Boys and Greek Gods TD Mafia? We'll skip it for now.
They're not on the website.
Okay, 46-33.
Gods.
God.
According to Jacob, we can take that for what it is.
I'll take his word for it.
All right.
He's a gentleman. Okay. You had Greek Gods by 18. So you'll get. Okay, so you just got it within 5. So
Okay.
that's big. That's 3 points for you. Jesus, Jay, it was way off. He couldn't pick a fucking winner.
He was drinking the
Greek Gods by 26.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's too much.
I mean, 26 is insane.
Yeah.
Hustlers, thank you, Kevin. 38-26. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. So we can go right into those, actually. Appreciate you guys. You get 3 points. You had them by 18. They won by 13.
All right.
Jay, you get 1 point because you said 26. And then guess who's right on fucking line again? Who's right on line
again? Say
it
in the chat.
Greek odds, I had them by 11. So me and you tie, though. You got 5. Within 5. Okay. I got within 5, 3 points.
So why is yours so much more exciting than mine if we both were within 5? Like, why is yours like...
Well, I was like, you get 2 points. You were within 5, so it's a little...
Okay. Fair. Both within 5.
This team is... Okay, right now, I'm going to ask you a question. Greek odds versus Risley in the conference championship or whatever. Who wins right now? I know they already played.
Greek odds versus Risley?
Yeah, I know they already played. Who would you pick right now?
I'm going to say Risley because didn't they...
They
were missing key pieces, if I remember correctly. I forget who it was.
I say Baldwin.
I think it could have been potentially more than that too. Was Coop there? Wasn't Baldwin and Coop
Coop
gone?
got the game-winning touchdown.
Okay, so it was all right. I'm gonna go with right now. I'm gonna go with Risley. I think that they will be able to counter Duval somewhat. He's always going to make plays. He's always going to do his thing. But I don't think that they're going to allow just Duval to.
And we don't know what his status is. He got
some stitches.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard, and I'm sure he'll be back for play. I'll leave it at that. I'm sure he'll be.
I bet you he'll be back this week.
You might want to take. I mean, they're in the driver's seat for a bye, but I get it. They're fighting for a bye. What I think Huday's up there, Punisher. Prime time. So they aren't meaningless games, but you might want to shut him down for the season.
Yeah, if you're Jacob.
Okay. Moving on to the next game. Hustlers versus TD Mafia is getting ready for the play-in. Hustlers versus Bad Boys.
Oh, we don't have the score here either. Oh, we do. That was the one we got.
Yep. It was 38-26 Hustlers. Only one person picked the Hustlers to win this week.
And who was that?
Do you really want me to say it?
Yeah.
It was me. I don't know what.
That's impressive.
You talk about this game. What are you seeing with these two teams?
It's tough because I didn't actually get to watch this one, so I didn't really see much of what happened. But I mean, what do we got here for final? 38-26 was it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, multiple scores. It's a big win for the Hustlers. Like, really big win. They just beat a top team, one of the better, what we thought were going to be defenses, and they were able to win by multiple possessions. So I think that the Hustlers can't be slept on any longer if they ever were. I think that they're starting to find themselves here at the right time.
Yeah, 0-3, and now they're
on a heater.
I think they're 3-3.
They're 3-3 heading in
3 wins in a row playing BBL.
Yeah.
Well, that's the real test next week. Bad Boys, man. What I don't know what's going on with this team. I think I figured out what's going on. Going into this draft or going into this league, I think everyone thought their defense was going to be like Dirty Squad's last year.
Yeah.
With a slightly better offense than Dirty Squad had.
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted to draft.
Yeah, and it looked like that. Their offense was probably going to get carried by their defense to start, but now it looks like their defense doesn't get that many stops, and their offense is average. They do score. Yeah. But that defense that we expected from them, it's week 7 now.
So there's no more excuses. Like
and I've given them a lot of excuses. Yeah. I've said, hey, they'll figure it out, and they still could. They're 3-3. So it's not like they're dead or they're in the play-in, but you expected a lot more than 3-3 from this team, to be honest.
For sure. So they got to start playing their best football here heading into
It's getting to that point, and they're not in the playoffs yet. You know what I mean? 3-3, they're right on that bubble.
I wouldn't want to play in the play-in.
And they are playing us, which is it's going to be a tough game. Just being real, you know what I mean? I'm not saying they can't win that game, but it's a tough game against us.
They definitely can win that game.
And then they got to win. I'm not sleeping on them, Lazoo. I'm not, but I'm just saying when you're at that 500 mark, 3 games left. Last year it took 6 wins to get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that means they got to win a minimum of 2, if not the rest of their games.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that. But you had Bad Boys by 13. Jay had them by 18.
And then you had the.
I had Hustlers by 5. And I think it was just because I just kind of picked a team that was hot at the time.
That's going to be big. So you're getting multiple points here, right?
I was only within. They actually won by 12. So.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to get.
I get 2 points for that. So
Right.
I was within 10. So.
Can we get a score check here real quick?
It's turning into being a blowout right now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14.
You have 14.
Yep, you have
You're
1,
pissing me
2,
off.
3, 6. No, that's Jay has 6. Excuse
Okay.
me. He didn't even fucking show up. You're actually pretty close. 3, 4, 6, 9. All right, you're not out of it yet. Still got 3 games left.
What do I got? 9?
Yeah.
All right. It's nothing.
But this one we were both pretty much on point together. Only Flags versus BBL.
Yep. Great game. This was a cool game. I mean, both teams played well. Both teams could have won this game.
Yep.
And that felt like a playoff football game for sure. Especially in the weather, you know?
That team's going to be hard to beat, man, come playoff time.
Yeah.
We played almost perfect football.
Yeah.
And it came down to one last play.
And yeah.
Which could have.
They had
a
chance.
They had a chance to win that game.
Yeah.
Bryce is in the comments. He'll tell you, he'll admit it. He could have caught that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Great play by Soto and Ant to get there, but it was catchable in the rain. Not an easy catch, but
No. But Bryce
doesn't come down to one.
Bryce played a great game too. I got some respect from him after that.
Fucking 3 or 4 touchdowns.
He was
chirping. He was fired up. I love that. He didn't back down.
No,
you
he did not play afraid. And he also he was running some good routes. He was honestly, you know, getting his way with our defense for a lot of that game. He was doing his thing out there.
Yeah. Yep. And that was a fun, like Lazu said, that was probably the funnest game I played in a while.
Yeah.
Those are the games you want, win or lose. You want to have a fun game like that. Don't ever take Rua off on defense. I did because I thought I took him for a play because I thought he got hurt, but I come to find out that wasn't the case at all. So that was the one play he's taken off, I think, all year. I think he's missed 1 snap, and it was because I pulled him off. So, but anyway, let's go into the scorecard here. Jay, you get a 0 again. This poor kid.
What did he pick?
He picked his team by 11. What a fucking idiot.
What a little fucking idiot.
I said BBL by... Uh-oh, Patty.
Robert.
Oh, we won by 3. I thought we won by 2. You said BBL by 2. So you get 3. That would have been a big one.
Yeah.
So either way, you get 3 points. I also get 3 points, though, because I said by 6. One by 3. All right. Moving on. K&D Honey Badgers.
K&D Honey Badgers. Where is that?
Oh, we don't have... Okay, so we don't have a lot of scores.
What's going on here?
All right, if someone can give us the score for K&D and Honey Badgers.
Joe Lang heard Jacob Moss. Can anyone confirm?
That I cannot confirm. I have the score because I reffed the last game, so I can at least get us.
And while Mikey's getting the score, can I just get a quick little ask out of our viewers here? We've got just over 40 people here, and we appreciate every single one of you. It would be very, very, very kind of y'all to hit that little thumbs up there. You know, just hit a little thumbs up in support. We're at 19 right now. I think we can get that to 30 plus. I think we can get that to 30 plus. Thumbs up for the boys. And that's all I'm asking.
So this game was a blowout. So we have the score. I have the score for primetime, and we have the score for.
Where did you get the score?
I was a ref for that game.
Okay.
But let's go into K&D. So Chad's saying 60-something to 29.
And who won this?
That was
Honey
Badgers.
Badgers.
So let's just say 60 to 29. I think either way, I don't think anybody had that being a 30-point game. Honey Badgers, you had them by 13. Jay had them by 15. I had them by 9.
Okay.
And that was just a blowout.
Honey Badgers
Honey Badgers are always legit, though. And you said that. You said that's going to be a pissed off. That'll be a playoff team. I think we all buy in on them being a playoff team.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Was Jimmy there? I saw a clip of.
Yeah, I think Fitch was just throwing. I asked him. He was throwing extra points. I'm like, what? Jimmy had 9 touchdowns this week.
Wow, that's what Jimmy.
He was pissed
that's
off.
The Jimmy we know.
And he had a bad game in the rain. And what did I say to you? I was like, that's going to be the worst you ever see him play. Like he's going to be fine. Yeah. Jimmy will be fine.
Everyone knew that.
And they blew the doors off Candy. So they're in a playoff position, 3-3. Candy's gonna be in the play-in, and not much else to say, unfortunately.
No.
So we all get 1 point for picking the right score, but that's about pretty much it. And then this last game ended up being, let me give you the final, 51-32 primetime. Patty, what do you got here?
Sorry, which one? I was reading the text.
Primetime Whiskey Boys.
Primetime Whiskey Boys.
51-32 primetime.
51. Sucks. It's just kind of the story for Whiskey Boys. I mean, they got their second round pick has only showed up one. I don't know if he showed up this week, but he's only showed up to 1 game this season. Second rounder for Whiskey Boys.
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't think that Tambo expected that. You know what I mean? I think, so I don't even think he's going to be eligible for the playoffs, honestly, is he?
There is no playoff eligibility. For next year, he won't be eligible. For the playoffs, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But next year, I think you have to make 50% of games. If you're a vet, it might even be like
3, something. 4.
Yes, or I might be mixing it.
All right, well, and for all I know, he could have been there this week, but I just know that he's missed a lot of games. It's tough because I really don't think that Whiskey Boys are even a bad team. They haven't really had much luck.
Yeah.
They haven't been getting the wins.
They
got
can't get any
too.
They got 1 win, but they just can't get stops.
Yeah. So in Primetime's still a top tier team to me. They're one of the teams to beat to me.
And I feel like they're kind of getting slept on right now.
Like they got not by me. I'm not buying into that.
So what do they have? They lost to Risley, and they lost to Howe on a Baldwin late touchdown and a Ricky late bombed the ball. So they lost on the last play of the game twice.
And I believe they've won a game without Riley.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm sold on them.
Yeah.
But I've been sold on them. Primetime, you had them by 18. Jay had them by 18. I had them by 18. So we all get, they won by 19 or 20. So we all get 3 points. But I take the win this week. But I'm only up 2-1 on the series. All right.
I'm going to have to really lock in on my picks later on in the show.
You're going to have to lock in.
Yeah. I'm going to have to really figure it out. Check. I'm going to need you guys to seriously help me.
Yeah.
Because I'm struggling.
Yeah.
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm fucking calling in to the fans.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bunch of squidamorphuses.
You need to lock in. Yeah. Nothing else to say.
All right, enough. You're irritating me.
Okay, so I'm just fixing the endings of my power rankings.
Okay.
Do you want to start us off?
Yeah. Oh, Matty Mosho, thank you for joining in, buddy. Appreciate it. The ice is nice. I got to get that trademarked before somebody else does.
I'm going to steal that from you.
The ice is nice.
Yeah, I'm going to steal that from you.
Yeah. All right, so we want to do our power rankings now?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to run into the power rankings. Hal can kind of explain how he does his if he wants. I'll explain how I did mine. Mine is based off of record for the most part, and then it's points. So that's how I came up with the calculations, if you will, to my power rankings 1 through 18. So starting at 18, unfortunately, I got, and let me just get in your way here for a second. I just want to pull this up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 18.
I'm also done, so if you need this, you're good.
No, I'm good. I got mine. 18, I got Nor'easters. Unfortunately, they're the only team in the league that hasn't won a game yet. But the good news for them is they're not the worst offense in the league, so I do think they're capable of winning games. I think that they just need to limit the amount of mistakes. And being 0-6, unfortunately, boys, I got a lot of love for a lot of people on Nor'easter, all of them. And unfortunately, I got them at 18 being 0-6.
Yeah, and I agree.
They have to be.
Their offense puts up numbers, but dude, their defense is like so bad. When you look at the points allowed, where it's like it's not even close to any other team. I think they've given up 70.
Shit.
They've given up 70 points twice, which
Oh
almost
my
never happens.
god, they're the only team that's given up over 300 points, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, Nor'easters, you are number 18.
18. Not much else to say. 17, I think we both agree.
I can't have these tequila high noons, buddy.
You need to grow up. It's time to grow up. Leave the nest. Can you have one tequila? Come on.
Dude, I'll literally get canceled off my own show.
You know, start fighting people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'd be
okay.
enemies by the end of the show somehow.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not a tequila guy. I don't like tequila.
Okay. I'll drink the tequila once.
Okay.
No problem.
So 18.
Demon time, nothing
Oh,
else to
17.
say. We both agree. 17. We got both. It's just
1-5. I mean, their offense has only scored 119 points.
that's the biggest issue, dude. They've only given up 207.
No,
That would
their
put them, I
offense-
think, maybe in the top 10. For defense, has been balling. Offense, bad. Awful.
Offense is.
I think they're the worst
it is
offense. and
literally.
it's
And
not even-
I literally love that entire team.
and it's not even fucking close.
It's not.
119 points.
It's not close.
Some teams have put up 70 in a game. There's 6 games in, they put up 119.
That's tough.
But the good news is their season's not over. That's the good thing about the play-in. You still have a chance to figure it out.
Comment.
He says, get ready to lunge.
That's too.
All
funny.
right. Who do you have? So this is where me and you started to have a different take on things.
Oh, I got arrows and all kinds of
Yeah.
crazy shit on
You
my
got-
list, so I
you-
gotta really take a look here. All right, the reason. Okay, so I want to switch this. I got 16. Let me confirm real quick. I got TD Mafia right now. We're on the
So
team.
you're switching.
Yeah, I told
So
you. I
you're
got
going with
all.
mine. Because this is
Oh,
me.
yours is too.
I'm here. You're here.
No, I know. I'm
Okay,
switching.
all
Yeah,
right.
I'm switching.
So you're saying TD Mafia as well.
Yeah,
That's what I
and
have.
the reason being is just because, again, I did mine off wins, losses, and I did mine off points. This is another offense that hasn't really been able to find themselves this year. They've scored 150 points this year, and it's a very offensive football league. So I think that you have to be able to win those high score games. You have to have an offense that's able to score quickly. This is a type of league where if you're down a few scores, you're not out of it, but you have to be able to score. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy, dude. Their defense is a top 10 defense. It might
Which
be
makes
top
them a dangerous
5. I think
team.
they might even be top 5 defense, which is insane.
Okay, so I
But
might have blown it then.
No, but I have them there too, just because that offense has shown nothing that's 150 points is bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they'll keep you around for a while, but at some point
You
you
have
gotta
to
score
score
the
points in this league, dude. You can't.
Shout out to them though. Back-to-back years of just having a stout defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always been tough to score against, but
And I do think they're capable of figuring it out at offense. I think that they've maybe had some attendance issues, injuries a little bit. Just all they need to do is regain, they just need to build some chemistry heading into the playoff tournament or wherever they end up at the end of the season. And I think that, that's definitely a team that you're going to have to watch out for because I think that they're a much better offensive team than the numbers they've put up so far.
right. So maybe now looking at it, maybe I have them a little too low. But I'll keep them there for now.
We got to.
Yeah, they're first in
They're 1 and
points
4.
allowed,
They're 1
which
and
is
4.
insane.
Yep.
But let me make sure that's missing a game though. I just realized too. So they are number 1 in points allowed.
Oh, right, because they're
Some of those, yeah, I'm
All right.
looking through, and some of these is a little bit. But Demon Time really is 207. That's with that's six games, so that is good. So TD Mafia, we both have at 16. 15, you have Whiskey, or do you want to keep that? You have an arrow.
Did I already say them? My 16 there?
No.
No, so I'm gonna stick. We're on what, 16 right now?
No.
Oh,
15.
so I got these all fucked up. This is tough. I'm gonna go Whiskey just because they're having attendance issues and obviously Dolly getting hurt it hurts as well. So they're trending in a tough direction right now.
Right. I have them at 14 versus 15, and I know you're 14. I think we have it swapped. You have Candy at 14. Right?
I'm gonna have Candy.
So I have Candy at 15 and Whiskey at 14. I think Candy has had drop issues, and they can't stop. Their defense is bad, man. It's just It's not built to get stops right now. I don't know if it's tough to lock back in this late in the season too, when you know you're probably playing in that play-in. It's tough to show up every week and be like, all right, when you're not playing for much. But you got these games are important because you got to get that chemistry before you can win that play-in. You can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But some teams are just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Our season's over. I don't fuck the play-in. I don't care. We're not gonna win it. It's like.
That sucks.
I don't think Junior's going to allow that to happen, though.
No way. There's no chance. I mean?
And
I don't think that team. Well, I don't think that team's at that point either. I think that they believe they probably could win a play-in tournament.
I agree.
I
agree. And then Whiskey. So, like I said, we had them 14-15 swap, but Whiskey. I think their offense is fine.
It's the commitment issues to me.
You can't get people to show up. You got a few guys that first time playing flag football. Nobody's showing up. Couldn't stop a nosebleed. To be honest, their defense is terrible. Offense is fine. Watch out. Who knows? Who knows who shows up for them in the play-in?
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Who knows who shows up? You know what I mean? After 9 games of playing together, anything can happen.
Yeah. All right. So now we're at 13, and this is where things get fucking
really different between me and you too.
I know, so don't say mine out loud because I'm still thinking about changing mine a little bit, but it's so hard.
Right.
This one's tough, dude. 13, I'm gonna stick with what I got. I'm gonna say Boom Boom right now. They got 2 wins. They did build some momentum this week. They were able to beat Guardians, who are a really good team, but I don't love the way that second half played out.
Right.
And I'm going to stick. I'll give some more reasons as we move forward. I don't want to give away more of my picks, but my picks moving forward have just had some more impressive games to me. Like, I don't want to take away from what Boom Boom did by beating Guardians, because Guardians it's one of those top teams, but I don't know. I just felt like the way that second half went, I don't know. I don't have much reason to move them up higher than that for me right now.
Okay. So you have them at 13. Lazu, I agree with a lot that what you said. I don't know about Hustlers at 17 though. I haven't seen that. I don't see that. I just don't see that.
Well, I love that you put all yours in there though. If anybody else wants to put some, even if it's top 5, top 10, whatever you want, let's get some power rankings in there. I would love that in the chat.
Yeah, I agree. I almost have identical to him, but that 17 is just crazy, in my opinion. So I have. Yeah. You said 13, Boom Boom. I have DK at 13. And the reason they almost just beat the number 1 ranked team. And their defense at the end of the day is just, I don't know, man.
You're saying DK?
I have Dream Killers, yeah. And I think they put up numbers, but you're never going to win getting into shootouts 70-65. It's like a fucking TCU versus Oklahoma football game, dude. It's you're never gonna have longevity playing games like that.
Yeah, and the only reason they're higher in mine is because of the way they just played Risley this week, and that's kind of been the story for them. I remember in our preseason rankings when we were going through these teams, both of us, I think if I remember correctly, had them as we did not like their draft and stuff. So
yeah,
and they've made me eat my words just about every week, even the games they lose. Dude, they just lost.
They've been in pretty much every game.
Dude, yeah, facts.
And but the thing with them is they can beat any team, they can lose any. They lost to King and D through a pick at the end of the game. They lost to Risley on a Hail Mary, on a legitimate onside kick they lost.
Beast mode, what am I not being? Oh, are you talking about the quarterback?
He's saying Pat.
Okay.
Brett B. from us.
Quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, moving on. So 13, I had DK. You had Boom Boom. 12, you have Honey Badgers. Okay, I have Boom, just because you already talked about Boom.
I kind of want to move this. Can I move this real quick?
I'm sorry. I said yours before you.
No, it's okay, because mine. Yeah, I need to make some changes to this. I'm gonna put Dream Killers here. Because I think I don't like Honey Badgers that low, especially the way they played us. I mean, that they could have beat us. So I'm gonna go with DK.
So you have DK and I have Boom.
Yeah.
And Boom Boom goes. It's just the inconsistency, kind of what you talked about. It's just they had a massive win They lost this week, they'd probably be in my bottom 3 or
Yep.
bottom 4. You know what I mean? But big win. I think they're right on the cusp. So I got them at 12. That's a top playing team. You know what I mean? Riley, I agree. We're gonna get to that. He has them. He has DK at 12. So neither of us. He moved his. So neither of us have him at 12. Where do you have? Who do you have at 11?
I got a little biased because I wanted to go by record, but I just hate that Honey Badgers is 2-3, and I just don't.
3-3 now.
3-3. Fuck. That's okay. That played a factor into my my pick there. So that's what I was saying. Like when I put them there, penciled them in.
Yeah.
They were 2 and 3.
So would you have them? So you put DK at 12. Who do you have at 11 now? Are you putting them there, or do you have one of these teams here?
Honey Badgers. Okay, good. This is where I'm gonna put Hustlers right now.
Okay.
Ooh, see, this is where it's tough. I'm gonna go with Hustlers because of the record. I'm gonna stick to the way I've been doing it. Something kind of wants me to put Punishers there, but they've got an extra win over these teams, right? Or is that just because those aren't updated?
Which one? No, Hustlers is 3-3 as well.
Hustlers is 3-3 as well.
Coming off a big win.
So I'm gonna my fault for being all over the place. I'm gonna put Punishers there. Punishers are my next team.
So I have them at 11 as well. Okay. That's exact. So I had 12 Boom. You had 12 as DK. 11. We both have Punishers.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
For me, it's the
They're
turnovers.
coming off of and I think that's what it is.
You know,
they're coming off 3 straight wins, I think, or
are they?
yeah, they beat Whiskey. Did they start 0-3? I think they did.
They lost.
They lost to us. They lost to Only Flags.
Was that their week 2?
Yep. And then I think they lost again. But anyway, they have 3. I think 3 wins in a row. They beat Boom Boom. They beat they won this week. So I'm all over the place with it too. But
I'm sorry, Riley. I'm trying to be accurate. That's
no, I know they're 3-3. I don't know if it's 3 in a row, but I would say that Punishers, like we both agreed upon, I think it's just their defense, their turnovers.
And also shout out to my boy Islanders fan. He doesn't even play in this league, not even from this area, and he tunes into a lot of these podcast episodes. So you gotta appreciate that. That's my boy Anthony.
Yeah.
So shout out to Anthony. Thanks for watching us, buddy.
Let's see here.
Riley, I do need to get it together. I needed a little more thought into it. The standings, I'll give you a little information. The standings that I'm looking at are not updated. The points are not correct. So like that's why like my wires are getting a little bit crossed here.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Bubba, you got Demon. Your list was invalid when you put Demon Time at 13. That's all I got to say about that.
Bubba's being too nice.
Yeah, that's insane.
He's being too nice.
So then we have going to 9. This is where me and you.
He said Bubba Buns.
So you had Hustlers up. So who do you have in 10? So they're off. You can even cross them off.
I just need to check them. I put them in there already.
Yep. So
I put them already.
Yep. So you have them available. All these teams. Right here. So yeah. One second.
My fault. The
no, it's okay.
List is all
so this is where we're at. We're at 10 right now, and I have Hustlers. You put them at 11. Hustlers is rolling, man. They have had 3 wins in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Pat seems to be showing up every week now.
Mm-hmm.
They just beat a good team, Bad Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to come down to rest of their schedule, and it's going to really, and I've said this every week, how well Pat plays. They're completely, I know every team without your quarterback, but they really are like night and day without Pat, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I've never seen it's rare to see a player like that much where whether he's there or not decides whether they win games.
Yeah, I mean, well said.
So I have them at 10. And who do you have at 10?
This is tough. I'm kind of battling myself, but if you want to know, between these 2 teams right here.
Yep.
And right now I'm going to go with the QB experience. So unfortunately, and what I mean more by that is the other team I'm debating, not saying anything about the team I'm about to say's quarterback, but I'm going to go with Bad Boys right now.
Okay. Which is crazy because I have them right near you as well. And I think they were maybe my number 1 or number 2 going into this year. So
yeah,
they're a bubble team. They're a bubble team right now. I have them, just to go bounce off your point, you have them at 10. I have them at 9. So we're right on point. let's go into the next one. 8. This is where it gets crazy.
This is where it's really
want me to
hard.
lead
Yeah,
off?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have Honey Badgers, so I know they're
I
3
got the
and
same
3.
team at
Okay,
8.
so we both have Honey Badgers at 8. I know they've had a couple wacky losses. They lost to us. They were in that game the whole time, and they had 6 picks, I think, or 6 turnovers. So, and Jimmy just came off a 9 touchdown game.
That's what he does.
They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I could see them creeping into the playoffs and making a run again like they did last year. It wouldn't surprise me.
And they're going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're going to be a really tough team to beat. The weather's
the
probably going to be good.
I think it's the quarterback play, man. I think it's just at the end of the day, you have veterans like Jimmy. You have won on a big stage, and that goes a long way when it's playing pressure moments. When you're playing games and you're playing against someone who's maybe not played in that playoff format or hasn't played in a playoff pressure game like that. I know it's just flag football, but people do get nervous. You know what I mean? And no matter what you say. So we both have Honey Badgers at 8. 7.
And now moving forward, I got that was 7.
No, that was
8. We're on 7. 7, I got Guardians, and I'm gonna go with Guardians here at 7. Just that loss to Boom Boom, I think, knocks them down to 7 for me. That's a game that they should have been able to. They wanted to play in the rain. They wanted to do it for purposes of the seeding for the season, and they lost that game. So I think that's tough for me. That's gonna move them to 7.
I have them at 7 as well. They've kind of. I've been like not sold on them at points in the season, and then I buy in, and then losing a Boom Boom, I'm like, whoa! I don't think anybody really expected that.
Right.
They're still in control of their destiny. They could actually be a bye team, like we talked about before. It's just can't lose those games. You can't have those inconsistent games during the playoffs. So, moving on. Who do you got next?
Next we are on number 6 or 7.
6.
And I got Primetime. I got Primetime here at number 6, just under the top 5 right now, and that the only reason is I got Howe at 5. These two teams were able to match up in the regular season, and Howe beat them, so that moves Primetime to 6 for me, and Howe is going to be my number 5 team.
Okay, so I have Howe at 6, and the only reason I have that is because I don't know what's going on with their QB situation. I don't know. I know we just talked to Deuce and he said there's injuries, but they're getting stops on defense. It's just they're obviously a top team. They'll be a playoff team, but you got to at some point know who's the guy is, right? You know what I mean? It's week 7 now, and they still don't know who their quarterback is, starter. I know there's been injuries. I know there's been this and that, but that's the reason I got them at 6. So. Number 5.
Well, I said my 5. I'm on 4.
Okay, so you have Prime at 5. You're at 5.
I had Primetime 6, and I had Howe 5.
Okay, so my 5 is Greek Gods. And honestly, this top 5 you can kind of mix everything. It's kind of a mixture of all the teams. At 5, I have Greek Gods just because, to be honest, I don't even know. It just kind of, it's just so hard to like pick. So hard to pick with this top 5. I don't know. I could have them at pretty much anywhere in the top.
How come you have
to 3?
Or who's your? It looks like we have the same. Oh no, okay, slightly different. My 4 is Greek Gods.
Yeah, so our 6, 5, my 6, 5, and 4 is Howe, Greek Gods, Prime. Yours is
Guardians, Prime, Howe.
No, you switch this. So you have Prime, Howe, Greek Gods. So we have the same 6, 5, 4, but it's
in a different.
And
order.
I think those are all
okay,
similar teams. To be honest, I the reason I have Prime at the top is because I've been bought in on them since the beginning because of their physicality and the way they built their team to how they wanted. But I think those are all, any one of those 3 teams is like right near that top tier. They're not in the top 3 for me yet because they have those losses, but I think it's all very similar teams. So
it's getting a little chippy out there in the chat.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Number 3, I got, and dude, the 1, 2, 3 is really hard. Like you were kind of just saying, like these could seriously go in any direction. But at 3 right now, just because of record, they could easily be 1, but I got only Flags at 3 right now.
yeah, and just because the loss.
Just only because they have 1 loss.
Yeah.
At 2, I'm switching mine up. I got BBL at 2. Reason I got Risley at 1, us BBL at 2, is because I think that Risley has been very battle tested between teams they expected to beat and close games, or really good teams. You know what I mean? So they've been.
I was gonna say that. So I have the exact final 3 too.
Yeah.
It's
mainly because of the games that they've won. They've beaten a couple more, I guess, top tier teams in our power rankings. So
yeah,
that's the only difference maker for me.
Yeah, we had our toughest matchup against, I would say,
only
if
Flags,
you look at it, only Flags,
and then
Guardians, and then maybe Honey Badgers.
Oh, definitely.
Punishers were 3-3, but I think if you look at Risley, they've played
Houday.
They played. If you look through this, they played the 4th ranked team, 5th ranked team, 7th ranked. They played a lot of the top teams.
And also, what I like about their team is they've won a game without Baldwin. They've won a game without Danny Dimes. It's just getting fucking out of control.
Chat is just getting absurd.
I love it. They've won a game without Baldwin. They've won a game without Danny Dimes. And am I missing one more? Either way, they've won games.
They won a game without Walter this week. Yep.
So,
Bubba and Danny added to the rough and rowdy card. We can make that happen.
We can. We're still working on insurance for that.
Yeah, nobody wants to. We called a couple insurance companies.
And a couple hung up.
Nobody wants to insure that event.
Yeah. We don't have
so
to.
We're gonna have to go under.
We're gonna have to really keep it off YouTube, and if we're gonna run this,
it's gonna
go
under our bridge.
Out of my. I was gonna say my backyard, but that's probably better to not have it on my address.
Yeah, no. We're gonna have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna find out what Drake and Tyre has for
who they go through for their insurance.
We're gonna have a little boxing match.
Might be in the shop for Drake and Tyre.
We're gonna have me and you are gonna announce it.
It's coming soon. We're ironing out all the details. It's a lot of hard work. Lawyers, everybody's, team sponsors involved. HBO, Showtime wants a little bit of the cut.
Funny story, actually.
Yeah.
When I was 18,
yeah,
my friend was training to be a boxer.
Okay.
And we went over his house.
Yeah.
And he had like a fight in a couple weeks, and somebody decided that they're gonna bring the gloves.
Okay.
He's training. We had 3 matches. Me and him were the main event. It was my buddy Mike Kunzler training for his first fight. I'll never forget it. He's like, no. I'm like, listen, man. I've gotten to maybe like a couple fights in my life, but I'm not. But I'm not training to be like a boxer. And he goes, no, you'll be fine. So he's like, I'll tell you what.
The Bell Factory.
He goes, I'll go with the lighter gloves. You can go with the heavy ones. I'm like, I don't know if that's how it works. So we're fighting or whatever. I'm like, holy shit, I'm outmatched. Hits me with a straight right to my fucking cheek. I go to put my hands back up, and everything was just green. And I go,
I had that one time, except I was blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
At 18.
Yeah, I put my hands back. I put my Dukes back up, and I looked at him.
The night vision goggles.
And the night vision goggles, because we were fighting in the grass.
I had that once. I think I had like 240s and fucking some vodka.
I'm looking up at him, and he goes,
the night vision goggles on.
And the ref just came in like that. Thankfully, I didn't fall down, but the ref just came in, and he goes, that's it. And I go, thank you. So maybe we shouldn't. Maybe it's a bad idea to do this reference. But anyway, we're gonna see what
we'll continue to talk to the legal teams and insurances and see if it's a good or bad idea.
Absolutely. Okay. That concludes the
official updated power rankings.
Yes.
For all those are worth.
Yeah. So what do we got next? What are we gonna conclude it with?
Next up, what do we have? Are we doing the that'll probably replace the other one we usually do, right?
Yeah. So let's do matchups next week.
Yeah, let's do the matchups. Let's head into the week 7 matchups, boys and ladies. All right. 8 a.m. We got the old, what do we call them here?
Trap game.
Trap game alert. KND versus Primetime, the first trap game of the day.
What do you got in here? Oh, this could be bad. This one could get messy.
Could get messy. Is all of KND showing? Are they having roster issues at all?
I don't get to watch enough of their games, to be honest. But what do we always say?
Everybody's there,
Yeah.
unless we know otherwise.
Right. So with that being said,
Fuck, dude, this is a segment I really have to lock in.
You do, because this is a play. We're getting towards the end.
Chat, I need you guys to help me out a little bit. 8 a.m. games. We're on KND versus Primetime. Can I get some final scores, please? KND Primetime. KND Primetime. I need some final scores.
I'll start us off.
Okay. Set the time.
I got Primetime by 17.
Primetime by 17.
Yep. What do you got?
Junior didn't throw this week?
I think he's trying to transition to maybe a wide receiver.
Who threw?
That I don't know. Martell maybe? Biggie?
Oh boy, I don't like what I'm hearing.
You're not sold on it.
I got Primetime by 24 points.
Primetime by 24?
Yeah, I don't like that.
See, man, this is where you're gonna lose. It's hard to win a game by 24 points in there.
I'm not switching it.
Okay, all right. Next up, we got Only Flags versus Whiskey Boys. Tambo has beaten Jay before.
Uh-oh, somebody says Prime injury report looking scary.
I'm never buying what Riley's selling. He says something like that every week. He's always up to something with those little rumors. I'm not. Don't even look at the chat. They're gonna hurt you. If anything, they're not gonna help you. They're gonna hurt you.
All right.
Prime by 19. Right. Jacob's right on point with me, right? Yep. 16. Danny Cruz. Yep. I said 17. So people are starting to buy in what I'm selling here.
I don't like that.
Okay. What do you got here? Only Flags versus Whiskey. This could get messy.
Only Flags versus Whiskey Boys. I don't think that they're going to be able to match up with the physicality that Only Flags plays with. Like, I think that their defense struggles as is Whiskey Boys, and I think Only Flags is one of few teams that can really run the rock, dude. Like, there's not many teams that can do that the way
they're not ready for that.
No, I don't think so either. I'm going to say Only Flags are going to win this game by coming off a loss. They're pissed off, dude. I'm going to say
I got a big margin, if that helps you.
I'm going to say 22.
Okay, I'm going to say Only Flags by 29.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just said, that doesn't happen often, but, dude, coming off a loss, and I don't know. I just haven't seen it with Whiskey Boys defense. You said 22, right?
Yes.
You can't change it now. All right. The pen's
Correct.
already in the paper.
Lambo Tambo is my guy, but OnlyFans by 24.
Yeah.
Primetime still has defensive issues. Ben says Primetime wins by just 9. He thinks it's going to be closer than people think.
Hey, can you send me a text, please, Ben, with your supplier?
Because we want what you're on, guy.
Oh, Primetime. I thought he was saying Only Flag. Okay.
Oh, did I fuck that up?
No, Prime by 9. I could see that. I could see Candy showing up.
You can?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm writing them down. Every week from here on out, I'll write them down. Yeah, okay. 29 and 22. Next one. Hustlers, BBL.
This is a little bit of a trap game, in my opinion. They're on it. We're not taking this team lightly, okay? They started off 0-3. They're on a 3-game heater. They're rallying behind Pat, who has the same name as me. So we have to fight for that on Sunday. And then this is bigger.
One of you has to change your name.
One of us has to change our legal name. Yes. We can't take this game lightly. You know, we're coming off a big win. They're coming off a big win as well. I'm going to go with BBL by 8 points. I think this is going to be a closer game. I got BBL by 8.
I got BBL by 11. So I'm right on point. I think it'll be back and forth.
Cruz has BBL by 18.
Okay.
And they think that we stopped the Hustlers' momentum.
We'll see. They're the tough thing, not tough, but when you're undefeated, every team is
Hustlers by 2, Riley says.
Okay.
Can you write that down in the notebook there, please?
Riley Hustlers by 2. He also said
Thanks, Riley.
picked against us a couple times this year.
Oh, so he's wrong. He's been wrong.
It wouldn't be his first time being wrong.
Wouldn't be your first time, Riley.
The problem is not a problem, but every game that we play is going to be a team Super Bowl. Not literally, but like
You want to beat the undefeated
every team. Yeah, you want to give them that first loss.
Yeah.
You're not just showing up, even if you're in the play-in or not. You're like, hey, at least we can fucking maybe give them their first loss. So,
I don't think the Hustlers are afraid of us by any means either,
at all.
So
I don't think they're afraid of us at all.
No, not either.
But we're not afraid of them either.
No.
So it'll be a great game. That's going to be a great game. BBL by 11. You got them BBL by 8.
Yep.
GGH. Oh, this is a fucking
Greek gods,
Game
Honey
of the week.
Badgers alert.
This
is an all-time classic right here. This is like two historic franchises, like Thanksgiving,
Oh my God.
like, you know.
This is
a
Chicago Bears versus
like the Packers.
the Packers on Thursday Night Football when you got a turkey leg in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
This is
This is a
man,
historic
during this game.
Huh?
This is like a history.
Yeah.
Being as someone who's played
They
in the
should
first
wear
session.
old school jerseys for this game.
Wow.
They should.
We should.
They
should be
should
able to
run
get some
throwbacks.
alternates. Yeah.
They should run throwbacks. I know both teams have some hit there. They've been in that franchise for multiple seasons. I think we should get the alternative unis going for this game.
I agree. Riley, you did also say you're changing your pick after you seen Gora played in a tournament, and you said, I'm changing my pick. Guardians beat us on the last second touchdown. I keep tabs on. I have receipts everywhere. I've seen
all over the place. I've been to his house before. He's literally got shit written on the wall.
You ever been to the Goat in Hampton Beach? I got the dollar bills. That's my house. That's my house, except receipts of messages. So
okay.
So, anyway, GG versus HB. Chat. What do we got in here? Honey Badgers by 5 walk-off win. Garrett Barry pick 6 to seal it. Shout out Tacky Boy.
Shout out I was just giving them a little shout out to Tacky Boy.
I don't know if Duval shows up with stitches.
I think he does.
So who do you got in this? Something's telling me Greek odds. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I can smell a little upset.
I don't think it's an upset, really, though.
I don't think you're.
I think this is a 1 or 2 point game either way. But
you think so?
I got Greek odds by 5. I'm just gonna say it. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it on the paper.
Okay.
I'm moving past it.
Well, Jacob picked against me and our team last week against Only Flag, so I'm gonna pick against Jacob and his team, and I think the Red Hot Honey Badgers are gonna beat the Greek gods this week.
By how much? We need a number.
4.
Okay. So one of us is going to be wrong. One of us is going to be right. Okay. I wish I got to see that game, but it is what it is. Nor'easter versus Bad Boys.
This feels like an 8 a.m. trap game to me.
I don't see that.
What do you got in this game?
What did I bet beginning of the year? Early.
Losers.
Week 2 that Nor'easters doesn't win a game.
And
they got to play us. They got to play Bad Boys, and I don't know who the other team they
I don't want to play a winless team. I don't want that. I don't want that smoke.
I don't take that smoke. Pass that smoke and double it and get to the next person.
Just kidding. I'm gonna go with the Bad Boys. I think that Nor'easter until they prove us otherwise. I mean, dude,
this is close.
You think it's a close game?
Dude, I think it's
a close game.
Show up, it's closer than you think.
Buddy, I think this is a trap game. I think Nor'easter's is gonna
pick them. Pick them then. Put your money where your mouth at. Pick them. Come on, you need to get in the. This is how you win. This is how you win weeks, by picking an upset. Come on. What do you got? Nor'easter by 6. If Nuge.
That's right, Riley. I want them all there.
Don't
but like, dude, I don't want to.
No, you
say Nor'easter and then have all the Bad Boys after me. The Bad Boys will be pissed.
Just pick who you want.
Who do you?
Let them use it as motivation.
What's your score for this?
We agreed that we don't care if people are pissed off. You got to pick who you want.
I can't pick a winless team. I'm going Bad Boys by 8.
That's insane. You were about to pick one team, now you're picking the other team by 8. I'm going Bad Boys by 3.
3. By a field goal.
By a legit last second fucking double doink
Who
in.
would kick it? Derek,
Uh,
the captain. Or no, you got Bad Boy, so it's
Yeba. I can see Yeba
Yep.
being an.
Yebby.
I
Yebba
see his
definitely
jump
is a
shot.
move.
He's kind of like.
Oh,
you could
really? He's a utility guy?
I could see him being a utility guy.
Yeah.
I've seen his jump shot. He could shoot.
Nice.
He can play receiver. He can throw a little. I could see him kicking a
Wow,
field goal.
Yebba can ball?
Yeba, I got Bad Boys by 3 on the last second. Yeba field goal from 46 yards out. And you have them by 8?
Yep.
I don't think. I think it's gonna be close.
My heart's on Nor'easter still.
And watch, we're gonna go back. If Norris,
They win next week. I'm gonna fucking wear a blue storm shirt next
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
yeah.
If Nor'easter.
No, actually, you don't deserve. If you pick them and they won, you can wear it.
Okay.
Too late. It's on the paper. Pen hit the paper. The pen. You can't cash.
The
out
line's
on it.
already changing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. DK versus TD Mafia. Somebody has to win this game.
is there some shit talk going on in this chat?
Jacob about to find out.
Jacob, you're about to fucking find out.
Who's Cuzzy? You'll find out Sunday.
Who? Wait, what's going on? What's going on in here?
No, I don't think anything really that.
Who the
crazy.
fuck is Cuzzy?
I don't know. They've always talked about Cuzzy. We don't know who that is. Okay. Let's move on. That's Brucey.
Yeah. Next up, we got Dream Killers versus TD Mafia. This one's fucking hard. This is
It's like Dream Killers plays down. I got TD Mafia winning this game.
I want to do the same thing. Like, I think that Dream Killers is gonna have. I think that this is a huge game for TD Mafia. Like, they need a win. They need to get in the winning. They need a win.
Yep.
They need a W in
So
that.
I got TDM by 6.
I'm gonna go TDM by 2. I think that
Riley agrees with you.
I think that it's gonna be
He agrees with you.
I
He
think
said
it's gonna
that
be a
too.
pick'em because Dream Killers are always in close games. TD Mafia, kind of same thing. And I think that this is almost. I'm gonna say this is a must-win for TD Mafia, and I think Kino and DJ are gonna lead the boys to a big win this week by 2 points.
Okay. So we both think that TD Mafia is going to win.
Yeah.
Pretty close game. Demon Time. Oh, I didn't
Oh
even
my
know they're playing each other,
goodness,
dude. This
dude.
could get bad early.
Is Risley gonna be too nice to them? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna be friends on
The
the field,
first
or are they gonna
ever-
fucking bury
The
them?
first ever Mercy game.
Yeah,
No, I don't think Grizzly does that. I don't think they play like that.
I
They might play like that.
Dude, I think Risley's gonna win by like 20 points. I'm gonna say 18. Risley by 18.
I think that's being generous.
You say that a little louder.
I didn't say anything. You said by how much?
18 points.
I got Risley by 25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Well, next up. Next up, we got Guardians and Punishers, which I expect this to come down to.
Oh shit! There's been a lot of shit talk.
Oh, there's been a lot of shit talk. Do we bring that up in here?
No, we don't need to speak on what's already been spoken about. But wow, damn. I'm excited to watch this game.
Me
because
too.
A lot of people are making it a Danny versus Gora battle.
Yep.
Who do you got?
I got the Guardians.
I got the Guardians too.
I got the Guardians by
All right, with that man defense, it's gonna be tough.
6 points.
I'm gonna say Guardians by 13. And that's just because
Whoa, Dylan Elliott Island says it might be the first ever shutout. I think he's talking about the last game.
yeah, dude, I could see that.
Demon Time is good for 2 scores, but Risley by 24.
Is Appy State versus Michigan. Demon Time walk off TD. I don't see them scoring much, to be honest, on that team. And I don't see them stopping Grizzly that much. Their defense is good, but I got
I think Grizzlies' offense is better than Demon's defense.
yeah. Okay, so I got oops, I made a mistake.
Drew wants us to talk about it. He's been waiting the whole entire episode for this game. And Drew he says Patty Ice, Don't just fucking pick who's gonna win. I want to know
All right, so
who and why.
I think there was some. We'll talk about it if he really
Let's
wants to
talk
say.
about it.
I think there was some comments
Let's fucking
made.
talk about it. We're done being soft
I
on
heard
this show.
Gora was made some comments saying Danny wasn't a real quarterback.
Really?
And then he
When,
posted
where
a
was he
video
said?
of.
Like on the field?
I don't know if that's true, but I've heard from multiple sources, and I heard that he said Danny isn't a real quarterback, and then in turn, Danny respectfully posted the video of Gora throwing 5 picks in a game and said who's not a real quarterback. That's a good chirp back.
Now, Cruz, this could go either way. If Gora shows up and balls out, it could go the other way in what you're saying. I could see it going either way.
Nobody is better at playing mental games than Danny. But I think if the Guardians go to that man
No,
defense,
he's not. He's ripped me a couple times in the past couple of weeks.
Nobody.
But you
gets
just got to
in people's
eat it.
head
Don't
like
give
he
it back.
does.
Can't,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
just
saying. Yeah,
you know.
but I don't know if Danny is ready for that man defense that they run.
Open it up.
We will see. We will see. It's tough to make throws against a tough man defense. Danny's going to have to make those throws this week. That defense is legit. I got Guardians by what did I say?
Guardians manned up against us.
Yes, they did, and it was tough. I had my first interception against them, and it was tough scoring the ball. I'm just being honest. That man defense is legit. I'll give them that. Guardians by 13.
This is a potential game of the week right there.
Yeah,
Guardians and Punishers. Like
Who do you
I
got?
like it. I'm going Guardians by. I think I did. I think
Six,
I said
I think?
6 earlier. Yeah. I'm going
But it
Guardians
wouldn't
by
surprise
6.
me if it goes the other way. Yeah.
No, the main thing is Kyle can't. He's got to stay composed during this game. There's probably going to be. It's going to be loud. There's going to be some shit talking.
Yeah. Does he have a
needs to stay
meltdown and
focused.
Danny gets in his head and he has
It could-
5 picks and
that
they
could
blow
happen,
him up?
but-
Yeah.
He's a competitor, and I
Yeah.
think he's gonna. I think he's gonna expect that, and I think they're both competitive guys. You know, so both of them are gonna want to play good, and they're both gonna want to get this win.
And I think, like the chat's saying, I think that which could be a huge factor is they're gonna, dude, punishers are gonna want to punish people running that football. They run that little play. Danny pitches it back to someone and goes out and tries to pancake someone. He got me pretty good.
He did. You got
I
me
just
too.
think
But
that
Carter's a good player in the
I
middle.
just think
He's
that
physical
it's-
and quick.
It's not a team that's gonna back down from that physicality. Finn, Hamilton,
Who's the
Bob,
guy that hurt his hamstring against
Bob.
us? Okay,
Bob, Finn, Carter. Like those are guys that will play physical back. Beelan, like you're not playing a team that's just gonna get pushed over.
No.
So
they played physical against both of those
so
teams.
This is gonna be a fucking fun game to watch. But I'm gonna
I'm excited
stick
for
with
this
my
one.
Guardians by 13. You got Guardians.
Wow, you got Guardians by 13?
But I think it's gonna be a close game, and I think there'll be like a late turnover or something that makes it look like it was further than it really was. Yes, he can stop. Yeah, I agree, Danny. That's the point that we're making. Really, is like they're
John
gonna
Wright
run, but
tells Kyle Gora to wear AirPods this game.
that's not a bad
And
idea.
come out to the Chicago Bulls theme song,
Yeah,
baby.
that's
Come on,
not
Drew.
a bad
Fire him up, Drew.
Yeah,
You got to get him ready this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Drew, it's going to be loud. You got to get him ready.
And then the 1 o'clock. Oh man, I don't. You know what?
Trap game.
I might do something crazy right in this game. But you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna pick Boom Boom to win, and you know what's gonna happen? Houde is gonna win by 50. It's just every time I pick Boom Boom to win, so whatever, I'll take them. But who do you got in this?
Houde.
How much?
2 scores. I'll go. Houde, I think, is gonna win this by 13.
Houde by 13.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take Boom Boom just because I don't know why. To be honest, maybe it's just something's in the air right now.
I love that.
And just maybe play devil's advocate. But Boom Boom, every time I pick them to do something crazy, they fucking choke it. So chances are Houde is gonna win by a lot. But Boom Boom needs this more than Houde does. So I'm gonna take Boom Boom wins this by. Let me see here. Boom Boom wins this game by 3 points.
All right.
What else do we got, Pat? Anything else?
I think that's it, right?
Houde by 18, Connor says.
Which one was that?
the catch.
Yeah.
Let's end it. We'll end it with a final clip.
We got a little clip. I want to get the chat involved in this one. Do you guys think?
Danny, I'm just listen. Like I said, it's just kind of playing devil's advocate. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys win by multiple scores. But he picked Houday. It's the last game. Why not pick Boom Boom for some parity? Every time I pick him, I'm wrong anyway. So
Boom Boom plays with a lot of heart, and they're gonna be focused. They're gonna be.
They need that game more than you guys do, Danny. It is a trap game. Those 1 o'clock games are fucking trap games.
They are as well. I think we can put
like
that.
The energy's kind of weird. Nobody's really.
Some people are like pretty buzzed at that point. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Dome might be cocked at that point.
Yeah, that's the.
Ricky might be cocked at that point. You know.
Yep.
So we'll see. But let's roll the clip. Here's the clip. What do you guys?
Do you guys think that he's inbounds here or not?
What was the call?
I want to see what people say first. I know what the call is. I want to know what people say in the chat. Do you guys think that this is a catch or no catch? And this is
that's easy.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's no catch.
You think that's no catch?
I think his back foot shout out to Rob for great cam work, and shout out to that field. That field looks so crispy,
dude. We all got to talk to Bova and figure out how we can rent this place out, because that turf was just like so cozy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have a sleeping bag and take a little nap
so
in
like
the rain.
Professional. But wait a minute.
It was so cozy.
He might have been in, actually. I thought he bobbled it on the second one.
Carter, I told you, buddy.
I think on the second one, okay, so he tips it, and then, it's a clean catch on the second.
I think he's in.
He never bobbled it after it was in the air. It was a catch. It's 100% a catch. His back foot at the second one goes out, but it's 1 foot, and it's in.
He wasn't getting, like, intentionally screwed, but he definitely did not get many 50-50 calls. We'll leave it at that. He didn't get many 50-50.
So the second obviously gets tipped in the air, but when he catches it on the tip, he doesn't bobble it at all.
No.
And then his back foot comes down out of bounds.
The main thing is are his feet in.
Yeah, no, I agree, Carter. It's a touchdown. But
no, it was an interception. This was an interception call. And it was also...
What did they rule?
No catch. And this is nothing against the referees. This is a fucking really hard... This is in slow motion. This play was
but
super fast.
Making this call live is impossible.
You can't blame the ref for this, but seeing it in slow motion... Ben, it has nothing to do with the game, nothing. It's just a fun clip we caught recording, and we're just trying to get it.
What a catch, though. He didn't bobble that at all after it got tipped up.
Dude, this was way more impressive.
Shout out to Rob.
Rob. Shout out to Rob Time.
What a fucking angle.
With the camera work. Nobody does it like Rob Time.
Yeah, shout out to Rob Time.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's tough. That's an insane catch. Danny, I agree.
It's an insane catch, and the focus is kind of crazy, too.
Yeah.
Fumble Howe puts hands up, touchdown.
I don't know what that means, but
Dylan Elliott, buddy, are you drunk?
But yeah, that was a great play. All right. Any last statements, comments?
I've already said it. I'm getting sad that we're at this point in the season already. I love the BBL team. I'm having a ton of fun being on a winning team like this. This is the best team that I've been on in this league, hands down. And I don't want it to end. We're getting closer and closer to the end of that season. I don't want to put that out there, but let's enjoy the rest of the season, boys. We got hopefully some nice spring weather coming. We got some playoff football coming. This stretch here towards the end of the season. A lot of this is going to be playoff games for some teams. So let's end it strong. Let's all stay healthy, and let's fucking continue to have a good time out there.
Yeah, and we're very thankful for you guys. I mean, even that with the podcast, it's just grown a lot.
Oh,
we used to get maybe 10 people in here.
Yeah, facts. I mean, buddy, me and you started as those fucking dirtbags, ice media or whatever it was, and we stunk.
We did
We were okay, but we wouldn't go MIA. We would go on.
Don't miss it for
benders.
a couple weeks. Yeah,
gone. I wasn't even showing up for my team. I was just
you were like, I'm not showing.
I just was partying.
We won't go down those. Yeah, we won't go
down.
Said
Howie. I'm not
also, speaking of partying,
yep.
We'd like to publicly invite everyone out to who's not playing in the play-in. We'll get
Fort Lauderdale. If you're not in the play-in tournament, we are hosting a Flip the Bird Media event out in
Fort Lauderdale at the Elbow Room.
Yeah.
Come turn up with us.
Yeah. Bring your own elbows.
Fuck it, if you're in the play-in too, whatever.
If
You
you're
don't
in-
care about your team that
If
much.
you're in the play-in, there's sunny days in the state of Florida.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that was scum media.
Scum media. No attendance.
No single sex down in Florida.
No attendance issues
Yeah.
if you're in the play-in.
Absolutely.
36 thumbs up. Appreciated everybody. Seriously, the support this season's been great. I can feel it. That's all I got.
Great. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you. Give us a thumbs up before you go.
Thumbs up. Share the video. See you in week 7. See you later.
Welcome, friends, to Sano's Buffet. We're running a Sunday special, all only flag subscription, $1.99, Sunday only. Come get all you can eat. Don't miss Sunday. Come get all you can eat.
All you can eat. Facebook posts. They're gonna blow us out.